Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, February 20, 2026. In the headlines, bus driver appears in court on murder charge. Media awards to spotlight press freedom. Bishop Harvey prepares to step down. Peter David calls for action on gender violence. Also in the news, regionally, regional leaders join forces to address security challenges at UWI Symposium. Internationally, U.S. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's global tariffs. Plus, in the sports news, IMA National Relay meet to run off on Saturday from 3 p.m., while West Indies women off to a disappointing start in white ball series.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. With just 2 weeks to go before the 14th Annual Media Awards, excitement is rising in Grenada's media fraternity. This year's event, themed Press Freedom and Responsibility in a Time of Consequence, will highlight the essential role of journalism in challenging times. Shania McIntosh has more details.
Nicholas Jafaria, president of the Media Workers Association of Grenada, said journalists are working in an era shaped by threats to democracy and widespread disinformation. She stressed that press freedom is vital for a strong democracy and stable society. For the first time, winners will receive a custom-designed trophy, creating a lasting symbol of excellence in local journalism. A record 99 entries were submitted across 20 categories, with 2 new awards introduced this year. The President Youth Award will honor an outstanding journalist aged 25 or under, while the new Press Freedom Award will recognize the late Leslie Pierre's contribution to media in Grenada. The Impact Song of the Year Award, sponsored by Spice Mass Corporation, will also be presented, acknowledging the role of music in communication. The awards ceremony will move from its usual venue at the Grenada Trade Center Annex to Pier 57 this year.
Shania McIntosh reporting there. After nearly a decade of service to the Catholic community in Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, Bishop Clyde Martin Harvey is preparing to step down as head of the Roman Catholic Diocese of St. George's. Christina John interviewed Bishop Harvey last evening and has this report.
Bishop Harvey, a native of Trinidad and Tobago, was appointed in 2017 by Pope Francis and has since led the diocese through a period marked by both spiritual growth and significant challenges. Although he is still awaiting a formal response from the Vatican regarding his departure, July 31st was his last in office. During a special interview last evening at Norton's Hall in St. George, Bishop Harvey reflected on the moment and shared his feelings as he prepared to demit office.
So how do I feel at this moment? I feel grateful, even as I was watching the video. Grateful to God, grateful to Grenada, grateful to some specific people in Grenada, grateful to my past that there are people who have shaped my life, beginning with my family.
During the interview, Bishop Harvey also spoke about his contributions over the past 9 years, which include encouraging deeper faith and community engagement. However, he acknowledged there were challenges.
The church's role is evolving. So to that extent, I can say it has evolved somewhat. However, we face some real challenges. The first challenge is Grenada claims to be a Christian country. And I make no apologies for saying it. I don't believe that Grenada is a Christian country as yet.
One of the drawbacks he shared was not being informed about certain matters. Over time, he said he has come to understand that Christianity and the priesthood are not about being loved or getting everything right, but about doing the will of the Lord wherever one is placed. Bishop Harvey also outlined the core principles that guided his leadership throughout his tenure, emphasizing the listening ear.
Well, what I said when I came was, look, listen. And listen has become a very important word, not only for me, but for the whole Catholic Church. We have to learn to listen. And I'm very happy about some of the ways in which I have learned to listen. I think I listen a lot better now than I was listening some time ago. Now, I had one principle which didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. And that is always to leave space for people to grow. If you're a leader, you have to leave space for people to grow. And you have to be able to identify how they are growing. And that applies to your clergy, and it also applies to some of the young people whom you have to deal with.
As he prepares to demit office, Bishop Harvey expressed optimism about the future of the church, underscoring the need for Catholic education and the work that needs to be put into it.
I thought I had hinted that I'm not a man looking for legacies, right? I leave that for God and Grenada to judge. You know, one day, who knows? That's what last year's Jubilee was about. We never lose hope. And one of the things that I can say I demit office with is I have tremendous hope for the church in Grenada.
Christina John, GBN News.
My colleague Christina John in the audience as Bishop Harvey was interviewed. As he prepares to demit office, Bishop Clyde Martin Harvey spent some time reflecting on his tenure and the challenges facing the nation's youth. In a special interview, the outgoing bishop spoke candidly about issues of responsibility, violence, and the role of men in society.
See the two murders we had? The two murders of those young women should make it very clear to us the amount of work that we still have to do.
Bishop Clyde Harvey, responding to questions during the exclusive sit-down, admitted that, in hindsight, he could have done more to address concerns surrounding responsible behavior, particularly among men. His comments came against the backdrop of national grief following the recent killings of two young women at the hands of male perpetrators. The bishop acknowledged the urgency of confronting what he described as a crisis of values and accountability.
I was deeply, I didn't realize it would affect me so deeply. It was yesterday during the Ash Wednesday ceremonies that I realized how deeply pained I was by the whole thing. But what made it very bad for me was when, again, I'm trying to address it, and somebody said, Bishop, that's Grenada, you know. And I'm talking about the relationship between men and women. I put it in my homily over these days, was quoting Rabbi Abraham Heschel, who was a Jewish scholar. He says, some are guilty, all are responsible. And that's another challenge which I think I failed to really address in Grenada. And that is that when it comes to responsibility, you listen to the programs any morning and everybody else is to blame, not us. guilty. Yes, those over there are guilty. But we have to bear in mind that we are responsible. And as Bishop of St. George's in Grenada, now laying down the mantle, I feel a deep sense of responsibility for the Grenada that I'm leaving. You know, if we take that whole business of men, I've talked about it quite a bit, but I haven't done very much. You know, and I have failed miserably to inspire men to be responsible for what other men are doing, you know, and especially for what young men are going through.
The outgoing bishop emphasized that faith leaders, families, and communities must work together to foster respect, self-control, and accountability, especially among young men. When asked what advice he would leave for young people as he prepares to step aside, Bishop Harvey offered this response.
I don't know if I want to leave advice for them, you know. I want to leave advice for their parents and their educators. Because who you are at any point in time is the fruit of the education and the parenting you've experienced. And one thing moved me some months ago when I was speaking with a young person about some of the things that are going on. And I found myself saying to him, you know, I'm not going to tell you to do anything except look at what you see is wrong and promise yourself that you will never encourage any of that nonsense.
Although he is leaving office, Bishop Harvey says his commitment to mentoring and advocating for positive change will continue. Christina John, GBN News.
We wish him the very best. Other news, Darren Tobias, also known as Dev, appeared before the Grenville Magistrates Court on Friday, charged with capital murder for the unlawful killing of 18-year-old Tereshal Sebastian of Tivoli, St. Andrew. The 38-year-old bus driver from La Poterie, St. Andrew, was apprehended Wednesday in La Fillette after a manhunt that began early Tuesday morning, following the fatal incident in Tivoli on February 17. The community responded with a candlelight vigil in Tivoli on Tuesday night, calling for justice, prayers, and an end to gender-based violence. Public outrage has grown in the wake of two recent violent crimes against women, with calls for stricter laws to protect victims and their families. Tobias, represented by Attorney-at-Law Jerry Edwin, has been remanded to His Majesty's prisons and is expected to reappear in court on April 2, 2026. Coming up in network news, Peter David calls for action on gender-based violence. Stay with us.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada, listen up. This one hits different. On Saturday, March 14, it's going down at the Roy St. John's playing field in Tantine with Grenada Autofest. More than cars, go head to head with venting, antiques, and classics, bikes, Jeeps, Land Rovers, and custom-built machines, all battling for $50,000 in cash and prizes. It's more than a car show. It's a family day. Look out for go-kart racing and bouncy castles. And we climax with Sakina and the Alpha One Band. Plus a special surprise. It's Grenada Auto Fest. Saturday, March 14. It's a vibe you can't miss. Lock the date. Special thanks to our partners, Wagity Rental, True Blueberry Resorts, On The Spot Hardware, and all our category prize sponsors.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway. $20 backup on pick 3 and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the Spot Pay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. Spot Pay. Money reimagined.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production, presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance, only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism, played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, started for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026, the ultimate relay experience.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center Peter David, leader of the Democratic People's Movement, has outlined the party's community-based approach to politics. Reporter Deidre Seeley has more details.
Leader of the Democratic People's Movement, Peter David, says the party is preparing to contest the next general elections. David appeared on Friday's edition of the To The Point program, where he acknowledged public speculation about the impact of a third party in Grenadian politics. However, he said the party's focus is now on fielding candidates for all 15 constituencies.
We are focusing on fielding 15 candidates and trying to ensure that at least 8 of them cross the post. That's our intention.
The DPM leader responded to concerns about his political background, having been a member of both the National Democratic Congress and the New National Party. He described the journey as wonderful, adding that he learned a lot from the experience. David said the DPM will break with the pattern of tribalism that is evident in national politics.
I find for the most part that the parties are geared towards two things: winning office and staying in office, rather than developing the country. So I have learned that. I have sat with people and I remain very good friends with people in the NMP and people in the NDC. Of course, there are people who would curse me and people who would want to come on the radio today and say all kinds of things. All I say to them is, I have had a wonderful journey. I have seen this country develop to an extent, but I do believe, and I've come to believe very strongly, that this country can do much better if as a people we learn the lessons of the past and we come together to build the future.
David noted that while the current administration campaigned on a promise of transformation, the meaning of its message has always been unclear and results have been mixed. For the DPM, David stressed that community engagement is central to its politics. He said the party will set itself apart by establishing mechanisms of accountability for politicians.
Why the movement has come into being is to address some of these issues that we believe have been treated in a tribal way. In fact, one of the proposals we have is to try to bring our communities together. Try to set up a mechanism where I as an MP or you as an MP, every 3 months, every 6 months, you have to report back to the community. Mechanisms that make you accountable. Because what you have is politicians campaigning, and then 5 years' time they come back and campaign again, rather than accounting to the communities for what they have promised and listening to what the community needs.
Reporting for GBN News, I am Deidre Seeley.
The leader of the Democratic People's Movement, Peter David, has lent his voice to calls for societal and judicial change to address gender-based violence. Public outcry against gender-based violence followed the murders of 2 young women, Alejandro Let Hippolyte and Tereshel Sebastian, who were killed mere days apart. David called for close examination of how boys and girls are raised. In the case of Alejandro Let Hippolyte, David noted that the suspect, Cade Richards, was a repeat offender released from prison without the community's knowledge. He outlined the DPM's position, calling for specialized courts for sex crimes, a registry for sex offenders, support for victims, and continued monitoring of released convicts.
We need to ensure that when sex offenders go to the prisons and they are released, They're just not released into the society. Imagine you have
monitoring per se.
Imagine you have a pit bull that is bites somebody and you lock it up for 10 years. But it comes out it's going to be biting more people unless you have a mechanism to do two things. Ensure that there's psychological testing and evaluations. And when the person comes out, you still continue that monitoring through the registry and other mechanisms. In addition to that, what you can do is ensure that this person who comes out is electronically monitored. You can develop halfway homes. There's a whole plethora of things we have to do to deal with this.
David also called for increased support for survivors through community counseling and social assistance. Spice Mass Corporation officially welcomed home Grenadian artists who recently returned from performances in the Trinidad Carnival. Shania McIntosh tells us more.
The welcome ceremony was held Friday at the Merce Bishop International Airport EOC training room, where cultural officials, invited guests, and members of the media gathered to celebrate the artists' achievements. Spice Mass Corporation Chairman Kurt Ross described the initiative as a meaningful gesture to honor the performers who toured and proudly represented Grenada on the international stage. He said the ceremony served not only as a recognition of their talent, but also as an expression of gratitude for what he called a job well done in giving Grenadian culture worldwide recognition.
Just to thank them for the job they was well done in marketing and bringing our tradition, all our culture on the next level. That's what basically, as today we was about, just to thank them for the job well done abroad.
In addition to brief remarks from Chairman Ross and other cultural representatives, the event also provided an opportunity for engagement with the returning artists as they reflected on their experiences and the impact of Grenadian music in the wider Caribbean. Officials said the ceremony underscored the corporation's continued commitment to supporting local talent and promoting Grenada's cultural brand beyond its shores. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
After the break, the National Lotteries Authority unveils Cash Pop. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The following is a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Prime Minister Mitchell fired a senator from the upper house. No member has ever been fired from the House of Lords, nor any senator been fired by the president. Prime Minister puts illegal pressure on the people by renting a house for $10,000 a month. He uses airplane as taxi. Wrong. He takes advantage on the illegal constitution given to us. He's aware of the corruption of the Constitution, yet he's not making an amendment to the Constitution. This is from Brother Martin W. Edwards, leader of the Grenada Renaissance Party.
The preceding was a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, started for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026, the ultimate relay experience.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Is Liselle Walcott. I'm a staff nurse at the General Hospital for the past 16 years. At the Infection Control Department, we do surveillance for communicable diseases or hospital-acquired infections. We do outbreak investigations. So any issues we have, we would investigate it, find out the cause, and we would do recommendations and interventions to all relevant departments. Thus far, with Mount Sinai, we are looking at ways of improving hand hygiene. Hand hygiene has been proven to be one of the most important practices you could do to break the chain of infection. Working along with Mount Sinai, I foresee that it would be a very good thing for us. They are looking into the products that we use, the practices that we do. Going forward, we'll be able to achieve a very high level of compliance and safety across the board for everyone.
At Sonova, we create human-centered technology that helps organizations work smarter and more efficiently. From software development to digital transformation, our mission is simple: to deliver digital tools that streamline operations and prepare your business for the future. At the core of that mission is Saturn, our flagship platform built for scale, automation, and AI-ready operations. Saturn unifies your digital processes in one place, making it easier to manage applications applications, approvals, clients, and internal workflows. It becomes the digital backbone that supports growth and smarter decision-making across your organization. If you're ready to modernize how you work, our sales team is ready to help. Call 1473-421-7724 and discover how Saturn can transform your operations for long-term success.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Welcome back. The National Lotteries Authority has officially launched a brand new game called Cash Pop, adding another exciting option to its gaming lineup. Shania McIntosh has more.
The Cash Pop game gives players the opportunity to select just one number from 1 to 15. Tickets can be purchased for as little as $1 per number, making it affordable and accessible to a wide cross-section of the public. There will be 5 draws each day, and with just one correct number, players have the chance to win up to $2,500. Marketing manager at the National Lottery Authority, Reese Sam, provided further details about the new addition, explaining that Cash Pop is designed to be simple, fast-paced, and rewarding for players who enjoy quick results.
So, you get to choose your bet type, choose your bet amount, choose your number, and then once the ticket is printed, the prize that you can win is there. Now, I can tell you this. Your wager, you can win anything as low as 5 times the amount or as high as 250 times the amount. So if you spend $1, you can win 5 times that $1. In other words, that is what you can see on your ticket as a prize amount. As well as you can see as much as 250 times that $1 on your ticket.
During the launch event, members of the media and the public were also invited to participate in a Pop the Balloon game, where several participants walked away with prizes compliments of the National Lottery Authority. The National Lottery Authority says Cash Pop is expected to bring a fresh and exciting game experience to customers across Grenada. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Before the break, the Grenada National Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, CSIRT GND, is warning the public about a rise in online investment scams targeting Grenadians and other Caribbean nationals. Here's what we can tell you. These scams are appearing on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, often as sponsored ads or posts mixed in with legitimate content. Officials say the scammers promise high profits in a very short time, sometimes claiming you can turn $100 into thousands of dollars within days. They often guarantee returns. CSIRT warns that individuals may also be asked to move the conversation to private messaging apps such as WhatsApp or Telegram. The public is therefore warned to be cautious if the scammers refuse phone calls and cannot provide proof that their companies are licensed or registered. CSIRT GND is reminding the public that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't true. It cautions Grenadians against sending money, sharing ID, and giving anyone remote access to their phones or computers. The team encourages anyone who encounters suspected scams to report the matter promptly to the relevant authorities to help prevent further victimization within the Grenadian community. Sports news after the break.
As we look
2026, we're committed to elevating Grenada's presence on the global stage. Our integrated tactical focus includes media relations, travel trade engagement, sales activation, and digital campaigns. These efforts are designed to ensure visibility and establish leadership in our niche pillar marketing. We invite you to join us on this journey by supporting our initiatives and sharing the beauty of our tri-island state with the world. Together, we can make 2026 a year of growth and success for our islands. Whether you're a local stakeholder, a travel enthusiast, or someone who simply loves Grenada, your involvement is crucial to our success. Thank you for your continued support. Let's make 2026 a year to remember.
The following is a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Prime Minister Mitchell fired a senator from the upper house. No member has ever been fired from the House of Lords, nor any senator been fired by the President. Prime Minister puts illegal pressure on the people by renting a house for $10,000 a month. He uses airplane as taxi, or wrong. He takes advantage on the illegal constitution given to us. He's aware of the corruption of the constitution, yet he is not making an amendment to the constitution. This is from Brother Martin W. Edwards, leader of the Grenada Renaissance Party.
The preceding was a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
What's up, sporting fans? The future of Grenadian tennis takes center stage this weekend as the Junior Tennis Initiative Independence Tournament returns to the Tantine tennis courts following a high-octane opening day defined by massive upsets and marathon matches. The island's rising stars are ready to battle for championship glory. All eyes will be on the under-14 division, which was turned upside down during the opening rounds. Cillian Francis sent shockwaves through the tournament after a clinical straight sets victory over the reigning national girls champion, Kaylee Elcock. On the boys' side, Arlene Drigo pulled off a similar giant-killing feat, unseating national champion Nathaniel Cobb in a hard-fought battle. Both underdogs now look to carry that momentum into the final rounds this weekend. In the under-18 category, the drama reached fever pitch with Alina Drigo surviving a grueling three-set marathon against Aidan John, finally clinching a nail-biting super tiebreak 16-14. She joins a dominant Kareem Sharp as the players to watch as the under-18 hardware is decided. The action isn't limited to singles. The doubles circuit is heating up after Arlene Drigo and Kareem Sharp displayed unbeatable chemistry on day one. They'll be looking to replicate that form as they head toward the podium. Well, the Karani James Athletic Stadium is set to transform into a theatre of speed this Saturday. The IMA National Relay Meet is back, and organizers are promising the nation's biggest showdown on the track yet. With 35 events on the roster, the stakes have never been higher. From the lightning-fast 4x100 meters to the grueling 4x400 meters, the stadium will host a mix of traditional and specialized relay formats. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada has officially renewed its commitment as the title sponsor for the second straight year. In a recent ceremony, IMA Deputy CEO Carleen Purcell presented a sponsorship check valued at $75,000 to the Grenada Athletic Association. That investment fuels a $25,000 prize pool, a major draw for elite local stars and the next generation of developing athletes. Purcell said investment is also being made in the fans.
This year, last year for the first time we added an element called Vibe Champion, where we rewarded, there was a cash reward for, the person or persons that brought the most vibe at the stadium, supporting their team or their clubs. And this year we're extending that. So we have two prizes, one for the club with the most supporters, right? So they would now earn an extra $500 on the day in addition to that person, who's bringing the vibe. So, so we're getting to work another prizes. Yes, both $500 cash prizes. So, so this is another way, where he likes to put its own, thumbprint. No pun intended, but little thumbprint on things we get involved in. So, so we collaborate to be able to, come up with these ideas and to be able to execute it well.
Organizers say the fund ensures that every one of the 35 disciplines, from the youth preliminaries to the senior finals, will be a battle for every inch of the track. It was a disappointing start for the West Indies women at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium today as they fell just short in a high-stakes series opener against Sri Lanka. Despite a late inning surge, the home side suffered a narrow 10-run defeat in the first of three one-day internationals. After winning the toss and electing to bowl, the West Indies saw Sri Lanka post a competitive total of 240 for 6 in their allotted 50 overs. The visitors' innings was built on solid half-centuries from Hashita Samara Wickrama, 66, and Hassini Pereira, 61. In pursuit of 241, the West Indies chase was spearheaded by a vintage performance from Stephanie Taylor, who top-scored with 66 runs. She was well supported by youngster Janelia Glasgow, who reached a gritty maiden half-century 50 to keep the Windies in the hunt until the final overs. Just as the target seemed within reach, Sri Lanka's Enoka Ranawira turned the tide, finishing with brilliant figures of 4 for 44 to dismantle the low order and bowl the West Indies out for 230 with just 2 balls remaining. We can tell you too, the West Indies must now win Sunday's second one-day international to keep the series alive. All matches in this white ball tour are being hosted at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Sports news for now. Regional leaders, top academics and policymakers gathered at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus for the 4th Canada-Caribbean Research Symposium focused on tackling new and emerging security threats. The event, hosted by UE, brought together experts from across the Caribbean and Canada to discuss research-driven solutions for the region's most pressing challenges.
Security in the Caribbean is moving beyond crime and policing to include social stability, climate risks, and the well-being of vulnerable communities. Regional leaders, academics, and policymakers gathered at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus for the 4th Canada-Caribbean Research Symposium aimed at shaping solutions through collaboration and research.
In this, what I consider to be a pivotal moment, we are bound by a shared obligation to collaboratively forge tools, policies, and systems that will ensure the safety and well-being of our populations in this very unpredictable world. And our academic community is actively shaping regional and sometimes global discussions.
Professor Bell-Antoine says universities are increasingly playing a central role in shaping public policy and guiding regional responses to global challenges. In keeping with the government's mandate, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of the People, Social Development and Family Services, Dr. Natalie Chaitan Maharaj, emphasized the importance of investing in people as part of a broader national security strategy.
Security today extends far beyond borders and law enforcement. It encompasses economic stability, social resilience, food and health systems, climate preparedness, and the well-being of our most vulnerable citizens, which is near and dear to me and to our ministry. As a region, we continue to confront long-standing challenges like poverty, inequality, and social vulnerabilities that can undermine community stability.
The symposium also highlights the long-standing partnership between Canada and the Caribbean, bringing together researchers and institutions from both regions.
It's important because it is a research symposium, really bringing some of the best minds from across the Caribbean region and what I'll call today the region of Canada, made up of all these provinces. So in many ways, we are 2 regions when we think of it that way. I also bring greetings from a vibrant and very, very warm population of Canadians who have strong ties to the Caribbean.
Discussions are expected to inform future policy and strengthen collaboration as the region works to prepare for evolving social, economic, and technological challenges. Carrie Roberts, TTT News.
Further afield, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that U.S. President Donald Trump did not have the authority to impose broad global tariffs under emergency federal law. The decision overturns tariffs introduced last year. The ruling was covered live by Al Jazeera correspondents reporting from Washington, D.C. and the White House.
It is indeed, but it goes beyond that. It's an absolutely determinant decision on the powers that can be exercised by a president. It's one of the most important Supreme Court decisions in decades, quite honestly, not to put it too lightly. But what the Supreme Court has decided by 6-3 is that President Trump did not have the right under the Economic Emergency Powers Act to impose those tariffs. The court is saying that the imposition of tariffs is a job for Congress, and by using his claiming this power to impose these tariffs, President Trump has essentially undercut and subverted the powers of Congress. So this is an incredibly important decision. The ramifications are immense, because now we are going to go into the issue of what about reimbursement. Some $130 billion has already been collected in these tariffs. Now, the vast bulk of that comes out of the pocket of the U.S. taxpayer, because it's essentially U.S. taxpayers who actually get hit with these tariffs in the end, because the companies pass the tariffs onto them. Now, we know as well, for example, that more than 1,000 companies are going to enjoin onto this. They've been waiting for this decision because they are going to be putting in claims to get the tariffs back that they have already paid. So this is going to have massive ramifications economically, and also for President Trump himself to try and find his way out of it. Now, on that particular subject, President Trump has insisted that should the Supreme Court rule against him, he will find another way to put these tariffs in place. What that is, we do not know. But what we do know at the moment is that the Supreme Court has put a brake on President Trump's ongoing attempt to rule through emergency powers, to rule through executive decisions, to rule through executive orders, and has reestablished the fact that something like tariffs is the domain of Congress and not the domain of the executive. It's an absolutely essential decision in terms of the division of powers, which is the bedrock on which this country is based.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. This is Network News. Our top story. Bus driver Darren Tobias appears in court on murder charge. He has since been remanded to His Majesty's prisons and will reappear in court on April 2. Also in the news, media awards to spotlight press freedom. Bishop Harvey prepares to step down. We wish him the very best. Peter David calls for action on gender violence. Regional leaders join forces to address security challenges at UE Symposium. And U.S. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's global tariffs. Plus, in the sports news, IMA National Relay meets to run off on Saturday from 3 p.m., while West Indies women off to a disappointing start in White Ball Series. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Have a safe and beautiful weekend. Thanks for joining us. Good night.